Hello there, this is Em with another overdue video, and I do apologize for that, but I hope you are doing well. I already have a video that I know I'm going to do for next time, but in the meantime, I wanted to share a thought that I had earlier today. So, you all know how we were in a pandemic, you know? And things right now are returning to normal. And I'm just saying this because I just don't know what the heck's going on. But regardless, a lot of people, are getting back to a lot of things they did before. And as many introverts have said, the pandemic didn't necessarily change some people's social lives in terms of how often they were out and interacting. And for me, it was something it was pretty normal. I mean, I don't go out that much and I don't socialize that much. So for me, in general, it was kind of an excuse I gave my brain for why I'm not getting out there and interacting in a normal human way. And then I realized recently when I ran into someone I haven't seen in a long time, it occurred to me, I was like, I can't remember the last time I hung out with someone who is not in my family or not like family. And it was an interesting thought because I didn't really notice. Not really. I was like, is this healthy that it's become normal for me to not have interaction outside? And the thing is, for me, I will say this right off the bat. Not right off the bat. I'll say this right now. I do not have the amount of female friends that I thought I would have at this stage in life. I thought that I would have like maybe one or two friends that we were close, kind of hang out a little bit. But then I realized I was like, no, I don't really have that. And the thing is, it seems like it's beneficial. It seems like it's a good thing, but at the same time, I feel like taking the actual steps to do so or do something about it is a completely different thing. And yeah, it's funny how that just kind of hit me. I was like, wait a second, I haven't hung out with someone outside my family in a long time, maybe over a year, I want to say. Like, that can't be good. Now, don't get me wrong, like, I do have structured situations where I do interact with people regularly, like work, for example, is a perfect example of that. But then outside of work, there isn't really anything. When I interact with people at work, it's very easy, very cordial, very fun interactions even. And I like that, but it's centered around a goal. It's centered around this vision or whatever we're trying to accomplish. And then we can socialize around that. We can interact and have positive interaction around that. And then even when I'm doing dance fitness class, I have that where it's another chance to have that great interaction. And I think I do feel very happy within that. But I also really feel strongly that I like the idea of being able to have a system where I'm part of uplifting another woman and we can just like interact and, just have that. And I was like, is there something wrong with me that I don't have that? And that I didn't miss it until that recent interaction that I had. And I'm finding that this is a sentiment that a lot more women that I just randomly encountered or have said this. And I'm saying women because I can't speak for that's really all I talk to. So a lot of them are like, it's just I'm not good at initiating things or time. And I think it goes back to another video I did where when we talk about anytime you're hanging out outside of obligation like work or dealing with family and in some situations kids, you have to make space for that, making time for that, actually intentionally going for it. And I just have find that a lot of times for a lot of people, it's like, listen, by the time I'm done with this, and this, I don't have the capacity anymore, or I don't have much, I don't have much to give or whatever. And I guess I'm saying this more because I want to know if this is something that you have heard or can relate to. I know the chances of the kind of person that could relate to this, I don't know if I would even be ever watch this video or find it even in like 100 years. But I'm just curious because I don't know. I think that there is always that desire to build a nice positive community, an uplifting community, an uplifting situation. And I think there's many different ways to do it, but it's just funny that when there's no longer that excuse of like, well, I got a social distance, it's hard to then justify in my brain why I haven't built up those things or have those things. And I also have always been a bit of an oddball anyway, and it went from me as a kid being not fitting in for other reasons. Sorry, I don't know what just happened. I got hair on my lip. I don't know what happened. I think my hair moving around too much. I don't know what that was. Anyway, from being awkward as a kid, and then eventually like kind of embracing that awkwardness, embracing that like lone wolf kind of thing. And then carrying that into adulthood to the point where it's super comfortable. But I don't want it to be so that it's a shock when it comes to socializing, or that I feel then afraid when opportunity does come up. Because I do find that now someone's like, oh, you want to go do this with those people? My brain's like, wait, what? It's almost a shock. And I don't necessarily want to do that for many reasons. It just, I feel like it would be, I feel like some part of me is like, well, it would be very healthy to not feel that way when invited to go do things with other people. But at the same time, it's kind of nice and healthy to be a bit more, or to have a smaller circle. And where does that lead? So I'm just going to leave it right there. That's all I have for now. That's all I guess I could share on that for now. But yeah, just let me know if you feel like sharing. Feel free to let me know down below. What do you think? Have you found that your social circle has kind of did it shrink over time? And what now? What then? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back soon with another video, and I already know what the video is going to be about. So until then, please be safe, be well, and I'll talk with you later. Bye for now.